Hey guys, Allison here. I hope this is live. I hope this is working. Not very good at this. So because we can't meet at Yomina's, I thought I would come live and do a demonstration. Now this is not what we were going to be doing at Yomina's. This is just what we are having for dinner tonight. Basically, this is shrimp fajitas, and I want to show you quick how to get your dinner on the table quickly for your family. And our secret weapon at Epicure is our steamers. So I'm going to show you how all of these ingredients will go right into the steamer with the spices and into the microwave and come out perfect. So I'm also using my Epicure knife, which if you are a fan of sliced apples, it is a ceramic knife, so it's not going to turn your apples brown. And what I'm doing now is just chopping up my veggies. So I've got half an onion. I like onions, but a lot of people in my family don't. Maybe you have some of those in your family. So I compromise by using a little less onion. And it's just everything's going to go right into my steamer. So these are silicone, and they can go into the microwave, into the fridge, into the freezer, and into your oven at 425 degrees maximum. And now I've got one green pepper, one red pepper, and one orange pepper that I'm going to quickly slice up. I like lots of veggies. My journey to Epicure involved joining their Epic Life Challenge, which is a healthy eating challenge, because I needed to lose some weight, take care of my health, make myself a priority, and in doing so I have finally, I would say, at the ripe old age of whatever I am, 45, something like that, embraced vegetables, and lots of vegetables. So Canada's Food Guide has now come in line with what Epicure has been preaching, I guess you could say, for several years, which is half your plate should be vegetables, and then a quarter lean protein and a quarter starch. And that is how I try to eat every meal. So that's why I'm cutting up so many peppers. Because even though not everybody in my family will embrace the peppers, and that's fine, you know, kids need to grow into these tastes, really. But I want to make sure that I have enough vegetables available that I can make half my plate vegetables. So quickly slicing them up. One more. And you can see just how easy it is with this knife. It is so sharp. Cut. Now I'm making shrimp fajitas tonight. But I have done this with chicken, and yes, it goes in raw with the vegetables. Everything gets mixed together, and there's no reason to be concerned about raw chicken because it gets cooked in the microwave and tastes delicious. It's totally safe. You might be skeptical about microwave cooking, but it is actually a super healthy way to eat, because you're not adding any oil. I'm not going to add any oil to this at all. It cooks in its own steam, so it retains all those nutrients. Okay, I've got 2 pounds of shrimp. We're a family of 5, so this will allow us to have dinner tonight as well as leftovers for lunch tomorrow. And we all like to, what we say, cook once, eat twice. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a bit of mix with my hands. And then I'm going to add my fajita spice. So this is what I'm using. This is the Fajita Spice. This is brand new because I used up all my other one. And then I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons. So this is our 4-in-1 measuring spoon. It is specially designed to fit into all of our jars. Regular tablespoon measuring, if I can pull it out, you can see it side by side. This would never fit inside my jars. So this way I'm not wasting anything by it spilling off at the side or anything like that as I'm trying to pour it into my tablespoon. It fits right in there. So what makes it 4-in-1? We've got a tablespoon here, teaspoon here. And I flip it over, I've got a 1/2 teaspoon. And then there's a little line for the 1/4 teaspoon. Genius, right? Okay, so that is all I need to do, except I'm going to give it a mix. I'm not adding any oil, anything like that. It is the shrimp, the onions, the peppers, and my fajita seasoning. So I'm just going to mix that up. And you could use a spoon if you are kind of cozy about touching the raw stuff, but I'm not. Alright, so I'm going to make sure it all gets covered with the Fajita Spice. And I'm just going to give my hands a bit of a wash. Now I'm going to pop the lid on and I'm going to put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. And while that is cooking, we're going to make some guacamole and some salsa. Now it might not be finished in 5 minutes, but I'm going to check it in 5 minutes. I'm going to give it a stir and see how everything is cooked. Okay, so Epicure has this really famous guacamole dip. This is a dip mix right here. If any of you have ever come to any function that I've provided food for, I've probably brought a guacamole. This is what I like to call the gateway drug into Epicure. That sounds bad, but it is an amazing spice blend that honestly you can use on not just for making guacamole. I particularly like it with my scrambled eggs or in an omelet. Okay, so I've just taken 1 avocado and I've kind of just squeezed it into the bowl. I learned that trick at a cooking class from one of my guests. And it is a great trick. And I'm going to take, it says the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon per avocado. I find that a little bit strong. So I'm probably going to put in about 1/2 to 3/4 of a tablespoon. And then I'm going to add some lime juice. The other thing that you can add, which I typically do, but I forgot to get it tonight, is some cilantro, fresh cilantro chopped up. So this is our 2-in-1 citrus press. We've got a lime section and a lemon section. And if you put it sort of upside down inside the citrus press, it doesn't spray everywhere. So I'm just going to squeeze it right in there. And then get all those lovely juices out. I'm going to grab a fork and mash this all up together. And that is how long it takes to make guacamole. What was that? A minute? Okay. So the chunkier the better, in my humble opinion. Chunkier the better. Here we go. Done. Next, some salsa. So we've also got what we call our Poco Picante spice blend. Now this is quite spicy actually, and I think the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons per 1 cup. I did make it that way the first time and found it quite spicy. So I have learned to not add quite so much. Add a little bit, taste it, see how spicy it is, add some more. So this is just one tomato, and I'm just chopping it up as chunky or as fine as you like it. That's the other beautiful thing about Epicure. Everything is customizable to how you like it. It doesn't come in a bottle pre-mixed with your fresh ingredients. You get to mix it yourself, make it as spicy or as mild, you can make this with tinned tomatoes. I prefer fresh tomatoes. If you know me, you know that I don't actually like tomatoes, but I do like a fresh tomato salsa. I'm weird that way. All right. All that goes in my bowl. And I'm going to add some of my poco picante spices. So again, I've got about 3/4 tablespoon because it was a pretty small tomato. And I'm going to add some lime juice again. And we're going to give that a bit of a mix. And that, ladies and gents, is how we do salsa and guacamole. And you'll hear the microwave hasn't even stopped cooking yet. So that was well within 5 minutes. Got 13 seconds left on the microwave. I've got guacamole and salsa, fresh. Nothing is store-bought. There is no MSG in here. We never have MSG in any of our products. If you follow that cooking class link in the event page, and you go on the website, open up the Never Ever list, and you will see all of the ingredients that we don't have in any of our products. So there's nothing has gluten, nothing has any tree nuts at all, for sure, absolutely, 100%. And then there's a whole host of other, artificial flavorings and colorings and all that kind of stuff that you will never find. Most of our products are non-GMO project certified as well, which is great. And we source only from ethically source everything. So, we're trying not to support those farmers that are cutting down the orangutans' habitats and all that kind of thing. Everything on the ingredient list you can pronounce and understand and know what it is. A lot of the times it will say spices. If you are interested in exactly what those spices are, just give me a PM. I have a list of absolutely every spice that goes into them. It's just because sometimes, we've got to keep a few secrets to ourselves, right? But in this one, for instance, our poco picante, onion, sea salt, garlic, chilies, spices, cayenne pepper, jalapeno, and chives. Everything is pronounceable. If I grab a bottle of salsa from the fridge, one sec. So what else did I add? I added a tomato and I added lime juice. Those are the only things I added. Okay, so let's look at the ingredients. Oh gosh, I might not be able to read them. Need some reading glasses. Reconstituted tomatoes, so not fresh tomatoes. Water. Fresh jalapeno peppers. Diced tomatoes. In brackets, tomatoes, tomato juice, citric acid, calcium chloride. Fresh onions, vinegar, salt, dried onions, garlic, and flavor. Beware the ambiguous flavor factor. I would way rather eat this, which I know exactly what's in there, than this. And quite frankly, I like this a lot better. And my guacamole, it's avocado, it's lime juice again. It is, where are the ingredients? Onion, sea salt, red bell pepper, garlic, spices, herbs, and chilies. Now I know in the herbs there's cumin and coriander in there, a couple other things I can't remember off the top of my head. But again, there's no what was that? Potassium chloride or something like that? Calcium chloride? There's nothing like that. There's no ambiguous flavors. It's all fresh, clean things you can pronounce. Okay, the microwave has beeped. Let's check it out. So here's my steamer. 5 minutes. I'm just checking the shrimp. So there's still some gray on some of the shrimp, so I'm going to stick it in for another few minutes. But it is smelling good. Everything is coated in the seasonings. Peppers are still a bit crisp though. So I'm going to put it in for another 3 minutes. And then we will come back. So what I am cooking from, this is, by the way, this is our spring and summer catalog. I don't know if you've gone online and taken a look at it, but I mean, gorgeous photos of food. I like food porn. Oh, and this is the never ever list that I was talking about. It's probably backwards on the camera. But these are the things that you will never find in there. Now let me just, for instance, look up calcium. We've got calcium citrate, calcium bromate, calcium disodium, calcium peroxide, calcium propionate, calcium saccharin, calcium sorbate, calcium, a whole bunch of calcium bad things in here. Now, the fajita spice and the guacamole spice and the poco picante come all boxed together with a nacho cheese dip as well, in the good Mexican real fast food kit. If you are looking to maximize your flavor and your recipe know-how and minimize your cost, these meal kits are a good way to go. This meal kit is $34.50. You can make about 40 meals, and that includes your fresh ingredients, for about $3 to $5 per meal. So that's like nothing, right? Each kit comes with 5 recipe cards. So you've got like easy chicken fajitas, and there's a burrito one on there. What else we got? Quickie quesadillas. So lots of really good recipes to get you going. But honestly, it's the spices itself. Here's a better picture of the 4 spices that are in the kit. So you've got your guacamole mix, you've got your fajita spice, you've got your poco picante, and honestly, think beyond the recipe that's on the jar. You know, you can add this into chili. You can add this into your, if you're making like a marinara sauce or a spaghetti and you want it to be a little bit spicy, add some of this. Like I said, I put this in my scrambled eggs and my omelets. There's like a million other reasons or ways you can use that. The fajita, you can actually use this to make tacos. You know, instead of a packaged taco mix, you can use fajita seasoning. We do have a taco seasoning as well, but if you run out, which I've done, you can use fajita. And then the nacho cheese, I mean, that is a way better product than, say, your Velveeta or your whatever it is that comes in a can that you're not quite sure what's real and what's fake. So these meal kits, and we have lots of them, that's just the first one. We've got a couple more pages of meal kits. So this one is the Good Burgers real fast. So for summer, I've got Good Burgers and also the Good Grilling. Done both of those. So the original intent for Yonina's class was to do some sliders with the veggie burger seasoning, which comes in the Good Burgers. What else we have? The Greek. So if you like souvlaki or Greek salad, this has got a Greek salad dressing that's really good. And the souvlaki mix, we've had it on chicken, I think. It was really good. And then Good Italian, you've got Alfredo sauce mix comes in the Good Italian box, and it's lovely. We've also got Good Indian. So that comes with your butter chicken, your pakora mix, and the mango curry. That is like my favorite. I haven't made the dip yet, ironically enough, but I like to sprinkle it on yams and then roast them in the oven. So good. And what's the other thing it comes with? Roasted garlic aioli mix. And then the good Thai. So we've got a really good pad Thai and Thai peanut stir fry. I know I said at the top that we are a peanut-free facility. We sure are. There are no peanuts in this Thai peanut stir fry. You add whatever nuts you want. If you're allergic to nuts, don't add the nuts. You want cashews, which our family prefers, that's what I add. And then we've got the Good Vegan. So if you're vegan, we've got a box for you. So what's in the Good Vegan box? We've got the falafel mix, lemon dilly dip mix, which is also great on eggs. Salmon is really good on. Pakora mix again, and the veggie burger mix. Those veggie burgers are really good. I'm disappointed that we couldn't do them live for you guys tonight, but they're really good, and you can change the recipe on the package, which is what I was going to make, calls for zucchini, and then we were going to add some mushrooms. But if you add grated beets, they almost look like burgers because they're red and everything. Like meat, just so you know. Okay, I heard the microwave. Let's go check on our fajitas. Alright, this is looking good. Yeah. I can feel that the peppers are not so crunchy. They're still a little bit crunchy, which is what you want. There's no more gray on the shrimp. They're perfectly cooked. I don't know if you can see all that steam coming off. And then there's a natural juice down at the bottom, which, you know, when you have the fajita and it drips everywhere, that's awesome, right? So, there we go. Oh, I just wanted to say, as part of my healthy eating habits, I thought I would show you what a meal would look like for me. So there's been a few switches in my diet that I don't mind, and one of those is to use more whole grains. Less of the white fajita shells, the white bread, you know, the bagels, and that sort of thing, more whole grains. So I will have whole wheat fajita shells when I have fajitas. If I'm having pasta, I try and have whole wheat pasta, or I switch it out for quinoa, actually. If we're having rice, I will make myself some wild rice or brown rice, that kind of thing, just to switch it up a bit. So, I need to grab one more thing. This is the other thing that has really saved my butt on this eating plan. These are what we call our perfectly portioned scoops. Each one has a colored dot. So this one represents your lean protein. So you should have one of these with every meal. This one represents your vegetable fruit component. You should have two with every meal. This is your grain or starch. So if you're having rice or pasta, this is what you use to measure it out. And then this one is the healthy fat. So this is basically my guacamole. So because everything is kind of mixed together, I basically, it's kind of cheating, I suppose. I fill two of these and that becomes my portion. So I just kind of fill it up with the shrimp and the peppers, and I'm trying to get a lot of peppers in there at the same time. I mean, I like my shrimp, but like I've said, I didn't get fat by eating vegetables. And that is basically one portion. And then I can add my guacamole and my salsa. Now, if I didn't want to have guacamole, I could substitute that for some cheese. Now, I can't eat anything with lactose in them anymore, but there's plenty of good lactose-free cheeses. You could sprinkle a little bit of that on there instead. If you like sour cream, which I'm not a fan of and I can't eat anyways, you would put that instead, or you would have, you know, half guacamole, half sour cream to get your healthy fat. Okay, so that is one portion, which is plenty, right? Okay, I hope that has been helpful for you guys. Leave comments below and let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I'll be back. Check in tonight. Hopefully we can generate a bit of a conversation. We can talk about the real Mexican. We can talk about our steamers and how fast they are. If you've got kids heading off to university, this is the type of thing you should send them off with, because they have a microwave in their dorm room, and there's you know, it's so easy, it's safe, nothing's gonna go on fire, and it will allow them to create some really healthy meals in their dorm room super fast and super easy. Okay guys, have a good night. I'll be checking in over the next few days. Please leave me some questions, and I'm working on a contest for you guys with prizes. Stay tuned. Bye.